As Israel continues pounding Palestinian targets in Gaza, diplomats at the UN Security Council held closed-door consultations on the Hamas attacks on Israel.
This was terrorism, plain and simple, and that kind of thing cannot be allowed to stand. So, like I said, when I go into that meeting, and when we're in that meeting, I expect to hear from the other council members very strong condemnation of these heinous acts of terrorism committed against the Israeli people and their government.
Outside the council chamber, Israel's UN envoy described what he called Israel's 9/11.
Savage Hamas terrorists fired thousands of rockets into Israel. But this was only the beginning. As rockets rained down indiscriminately upon Israeli towns and cities, hundreds of Hamas terrorists infiltrated Israel and began a barbaric pogrom of unparalleled magnitude. Ruthless terrorists gunned down innocent Israeli civilians in the streets, murdering anything that moved, anything.
The Palestinian ambassador's response pointed to Israel's history of attacks on his people and a nation to be recognized.
We chose the peaceful path to achieve our rights, but Israel continued using blunt force against Palestinian lives and Palestinian rights. Israel cannot wage a full-scale war on a nation, its people, its land, its holy sites, and expect peace in exchange.
Security Council members were briefed by Tor Venzland. He is the UN Special Coordinator to the Middle East. He vehemently condemned Hamas's attack on Israel. He also said this is a dangerous precipice, and he said, "I appeal to all to pull back from the brink."
I think the situation is stark, and the council members are highly concerned, but we understand that right now we're in a very dynamic situation and a complex situation and in a state of flux, and that all council members have to use both their international but also their bilateral channels to try and call for calm and de-escalation with a focus and a priority around the protection of civilians on both sides.
And reports suggest that right now any expectation of a Security Council statement on condemning Hamas is not on the political horizon. One Western envoy said it wasn't even attempted. Frank Ucciardo, TRT World, the United Nations.